Why is an almost 10-year-old boss coming to Old School RuneScape? Is the reintroduction of a now 4th arachnid boss all that necessary? Is Jagex caught in a never-ending cycle of rinse and repeat, old boss, different name encounters? Does Jagex really think that a boss that practically failed in RS3 will finally find its proper home in Old School?
Wilson, where are you? Wilson!
Where the hell is Jagex willing to draw the line with power creep? How will these new arachnid weapons and items affect Old School's current meta in its already fragile market? I've been waiting a long time to say this, but welcome to my video. I'm Tomb Goblin, and it's time to talk about the upcoming boss Araxxor and the death of a meta that comes with it. Araxxor is an upcoming Slayer boss requiring 92 Slayer in an Araxxite task. It resides in the Araxxite Hive beneath the Haunted Woods. Players can practically customize the fight by clearing minions for an easier battle or engaging directly for a faster but tougher fight. Araxxor is rumored to be less difficult than the Awakened Forgotten Four and the Fortis Coliseum bosses. Some of Araxxor's proposed notable rewards include the Noxious Halberd, the Arena Boots, Araxxite Venom Gland, Amulet of Rancor, Araxxite's Head for the construction of the Slayer Helmet, and of course, another new spider pet. Being led up front to believe that this encounter was to be released as an exciting new multiplayer bossing experience, I feel as if the more I learn about the raid and this recycled arachnid boss, the less appealing the once anticipated encounter seems. Though we'll be talking a bit more about the item later on in the video, the new Chase Rare Amulet of Rancor has seen a recent revision of power in attempts to increase its efficiency in combat against higher defense opponents. The amulet, though originally meant to hit the floor ready to use, has been now made into an untradeable drop that attaches to the Amulet of Torture to create the tradable Amulet of Rancor, which means that main accounts are not only going to need the obvious level 92 Slayer requirement, but a crafting level somewhere in the 80s to construct the amulet to only then be able to sell it. Sound familiar? In attempts to reiterate its player base, Jagex assures us that this isn't the approach we're going to take to every future reward. And we don't think Upgradescape or Componentscape should be the approach we take to every upgrade. And sometimes we do just want to offer up items that are outright better than an existing item without disturbing the nature and integrity of pre-existing content. Taking a closer gander at these proposed drops, I wanted to first glance at the Noxious Halberd. Bolstering stats relatively equivocal to the Blade of Saeldor, Jagex is planning on adding this weapon with +2 range and a passive effect and a special attack that hopes to focus more on utility than raw damage. Glancing at the Halberd's special attack, it says, increase your minimum hit on your next attack with the halberd by however much you were poisoned for. Meaning if you were about to be dealt 16 damage by poison, using this special attack would cure you and your next hit would roll between 16 and your maximum. Question that comes to mind right off the bat is what bosses in Old School even use venom that we can even kill with melee in the first place? Zulrah? Vorkath? With Zulrah being resilient to melee damage, and Vorkath having already existing better in-slot, more practical items, what shoes can this halberd really fill? Maybe there could be some jank where the Noxious Halberd's special attack could be used in conjunction with consuming the new Venom Gland, also dropped by Araxxor to buff your following attack. The Venom Gland reads, is a consumable item that deals 4 venom damage to the target, while curing and providing the player with venom immunity for 20 seconds. It can also be used to create the extended Anti-Venom Plus potions, which provide a 6-minute venom immunity. What are your guys' thoughts on this proposed halberd? Be sure to drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. The Arena Boots. The boots read that they have tribord stats, with a ranged attack bonus between that of Mixed Hide Boots and Blessed Dragon Hide Boots, a magic attack bonus equal to that of the Infinity Boots, and a melee strength bonus equal to that of Dragon Boots. The boots also have a passive effect that when worn will block a web-based special attack from a spider-like boss once every 10 seconds. These bosses include Verzik, Vitter, Venenatus, Spindle, and Sarachnis. Nominating these boots as my overall favorite drop from this new boss, I endorse the flexibility, fortitude, and passive ability they come packing. Now let's just see how long we have to wait to find out that these boots will become a drop that yet again need to be attached to an already existing pair of boots. I'm not sure why I remember reading at some point, in what was at the time a major selling point, was that the boss was originally intended on being fought by multiple players at once. Not to say that Jagex actually has a history of going back on their word or anything, or trying to pull the old takesies backsies. If there is anything Old School RuneScape needs, it's a PvM encounter that can actually bring players together for a change. I'm not trying to say that there aren't group bossing options already available, such as the Nightmare or the Corporal Beast. I yearn for something new, something exciting, something that doesn't feel recycled. Feeling as if whoever at Jagex is responsible for designing future bossing content for Old School and its player base is having either a serious case of writer's block, or they are just flat out too afraid to pull the trigger and make a drastic change, resulting in a major drop in player numbers, much like what we've witnessed before in the evolution of combat in RuneScape 3. Not growing contentious with the current meta and its equipment is the proper mindset to have moving forward. Do you think the new Noxious Halberd is going to end up in a situation much like what we've seen before with the Osmumten's Fang? What alternatives do you think can be implemented to substitute Jagex's current upgrade or component scape schematic? At what point will Jagex finally cut the ties with the familiar and finally go over the top and try something totally different? Alright guys, I know it's been a while, and if you're not subscribed already, please consider fucking smashing the shit out of that button. And until next time, freaks, Tomb Goblin out.